story of school baby. God's for school so very far in our time. It's still the house of all who came to study.
This is a story of a school. A school that stole the hearts of all who came and studied. A school that took the hearts of all who taught. BBGS, the Bukit Bintang Girls' School. 'Twas a school so great and far ahead of time, and yet so far behind times in its old-fashioned values. Like in all good things, there's a beginning and an end. BBGS began in the year 1893 when a woman missionary, inspired by her love for God, took upon herself to educate a forgotten people, poverty-stricken girls. Founded by Miss Betty Langlands, it was first known as the Chinese Girls' School. In their kindness, the missionaries took in boys as well. About 1896, the school moved from Brickfields to Jalan Davidson, the site of the present Chinese Gospel Hall. And in 1930, it was relocated to Bukit Bintang Road, where it gained the name Bukit Bintang Girls' School, a name that its alumni do not forget easily, and a name so loved by all who went through its halls and corridors, and a name feared by its opponents in competitions and contests. BBGS.
I joined BBGS at Primary 1 in 1953, and what I remember most are the old missionaries who have given such a great impact in my life. First was Miss Gibson, a missionary from Brisbane, and she taught Bible knowledge. The time was under Miss Glasgow, so that was my first principal. A very humble, godly lady.
When I was first told that I was posted to BBGS, I was terrified because I heard some fearsome things about Miss Cook. So the first day I went to BBGS, in the longest skirt I had, that was the era of the mini skirt, you see. In the other schools, they know who she was. She was a real educator, and she did her job so well. She was so well known. And she said, "You're going to BBGS? Miss Cook? She will cook you." I said, "What?"
It was real terror. When you hear Miss Cook walking, tuk, 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 tuk. And then after that it stopped. And the first day I cried.
And then of course we were very scared of Miss Cook. When we hear Miss Cook's footsteps walking around the classrooms, we will all make sure we sit up properly, our chairs were in place, and then we will be as quiet as possible, pretending to be very attentive even though we may not be.
I was told I had to go to BBGS, and what I heard from some people was that Miss Cook was very strict.
One of the things that struck me most was the way Miss Cook was so particular about the way we wrote record books, the way we kept our report cards, and everything belonging to the school was kept in proper order.
But instantly in the first week fell in love with Miss Cook because she was so much disciplined, and the way she carried herself, her fairness, she was fair to everybody, and so that really won my heart.
Well, it's a real joy working for Miss Cook, you know, because she worked so hard, and I like people who work hard. I cannot stand people when you do things, you do halfway, neither here nor there. I want you to put 100% into what you do.
Well, when I think of the teachers and of Miss Cook and Miss Glasgow, What I saw in them and in the other teachers in the school that really touched me was their very genuine love for the girls.
Well, I went to BBGS after serving in many schools, and of course, I was much surprised by the distinct feature in BBGS. As everyone would have mentioned, I have to echo it because that is the class cleanliness and toilet cleanliness duty. That is really typical of BBGS, not found anywhere. And I do admire the girls for being so diligent in carrying out the duties. They were very well regimented, and they even had the raffia, the string to measure the dash, and I was amazed. Really, that's amazing. And when the bell rings, they go to the toilet with the buckets and all. That's one very cherishable.
I was very impressed by the chorus speaking and the cheerleading. Chorus speaking, the girls are so good and they are so keen. They are very intense in the competition. They go all out for it. And I'm especially impressed by the conductor.
Teaching people to value things in some way, and appreciate. That's also teaching people to appreciate the cleaner, right? Can you imagine if we can't clean our own toilet, how much can you expect from the cleaners in the restaurants, cleaners in the theaters, cleaners in the school grounds and all that, isn't it? So it was a good lesson for them. Because many children in BBGS came from the upper strata. And they wouldn't have taken a broom and swept their house. But when they came to BBGS, they learned that.
I'm a student in BBGS. After 1945, I entered BBGS for 7 years old. Then Miss Cook retired already. That's you say Mrs. Ang, no? Mrs. Ang left, then Miss Yap. After that, Miss Yap gone already, Mrs. Hugh. And from Mrs. Hugh left, we have a Malay head already, Puan Ainun. Then after Puan Ainun left, Puan Norma. Then after Puan Norma is this one, Puan Norisan Bapu Hashim. She is the last one in the BBGS there.
Even though the school may have been shifted and the name changed, the values still stay with all the former students of BBGS. And I think we emphasize that without God, all is in vain. Nisi Dominus Frustra.
BBGS taught these lessons hard and well. Regardless of being royalty or being the sweeper's daughter, you did your best when duty calls. With common tools and common sense, we were all children in God's eyes. Surely our school is not dead. Yes, the building is gone, but the school, it lives on in us forever. All great success would have come with great sacrifice. These are the ones who gave themselves for us. Betty Langlands, Bessie McClay, W.H. Green, B. Shirtliff, Eva Prowse, Mary Glasgow. They passed on but left a legacy. A legacy that was further built and strengthened by Miss Alina Cook, Mrs. Ang Siu Kim, Miss Yap Gek Kun, and others. Today, BBGS lives on in our hearts. Everything our school gave to us lives on in us, in our hearts and in our ways, in the way we think and the way we act, in the way we speak. We are different, but together we are BBGS girls today, tomorrow, and for a long, long time to come. For all the heads and teachers who gave of themselves and are now gone to their resting places, and for all the wonderful girls all around the world, the diaspora of BBGS girls that is today global, we say, BBGS forever! Nisi Dominus Frustra.
BBGS forever. BBGS forever.
BBGS, we pledge to thee our love and toil in the years to be, when we are grown and take our place as loyal women with our race. Father in heaven, who love us all, oh help thy children when they call, that they may build from age to age an undefiled heritage. Teach us to bear the yoke in youth with steadfastness and careful truth, that in our time thy grace may give the truth whereby the nations live. Teach us delight in simple things and mirth that has no bitter springs. Forgive